Starting. All right, y'all. Welcome back. This is episode 8, and today we got 2 guests with us. We got Catherine Rodriguez, and we got Taylor Correa,
aka Tay Tay.
Tay. Yeah.
Tay in the block.
And
in the block.
and we're gonna talk about a little bit about our testimonies, and we're gonna get a little bit into relationships and dating and stuff like that. And so if you're interested in that, just tune in. And but first, let's introduce our guests. So give us a little brief overview of your testimony, Taylor.
Yeah, just tell us about it.
Okay, so I started coming to church when I was probably 8 or 9 years old. So
We'll keep that.
yeah. So before that, just not to get into too many details, but I come from a divorced home. So my mom and my dad split when I was like 6. And so then when my mom met her now husband, he was actually a backslider. And so they started coming back to church together, and then slowly we started coming back in church. I wasn't too into it in the beginning, just because I think you're kind of living that split life between my mom's house and my dad's house, and my dad's not in church, so it was kind of it's just kind of weird.
How long was that? How long was that for?
Like, what do you mean?
Like when you would, I guess, visit each.
So they had joint custody, so we would go to his house for a week and then go to my mom's house for a week.
Oh,
so
that's a lot of traveling.
yeah, and she would always pick us up for church, but then she would always drop us back off. So it was just very different environments.
How old were you? Did you say?
I was 6 when they split, and then we started going to church probably a year or 2 after.
How was that as a 6-year-old seeing all that?
I don't really remember understanding it much. I think obviously because I was 6, but I definitely remember the day when they told us they were splitting. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, because as a kid you're just kind of you're naive about it. You're just all right, okay, whatever,
Yeah. So anyways, we were splitting our time between my mom's house and my dad's house. My mom always picked us up for church, Sunday school, and all that stuff. Then we were also very involved in sports, so that also got in the way of church, and so I kind of went. It's kind of in this balance, really weird. Didn't really know what to do. Didn't really understand why sports was not okay, or organized sports.
What'd you play?
Softball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are you still good at swinging, or?
Yeah, I mean, not to toot my own horn, but okay. I feel like I was pretty decent.
Shoot,
And my dad, really wanted us to go pretty far with it, even though who's out here watching softball on TV. But anyways, so I played all through elementary school, obviously, into middle school a little bit, and then and my mom never pushed anything on us as far as standards, wearing pants and cutting our hair and playing sports and stuff like that. I think obviously because she was still understanding it. My mom grew up Catholic, went to Catholic school, the whole 9. Yeah. So, she was still understanding it herself, and so she did not feel like pushing it on us would help us anyway. And thank goodness for that, because it kind of made me get it for myself and make those decisions.
That's how you learn
on my
better.
own. Yeah, and so I literally remember. I don't remember what grade I was in, but I remember it was the end of the school year, and I told my friend, I was like, next year I'm not wearing pants, and I didn't really understand why I said that, but I did, and then ever since then I didn't. And
did you feel cool when you were saying that?
I guess so. And then you get into and then you start doing it, and people are like,
because a lot of times I guess me, I was I would be kind of a little shy about it, at first, especially in school, bro, because it was why are you doing that
in the locker room?
Yeah, locker room, you're like, why do you wear that? And you kind of a little bit ashamed, how about I'm not gonna do that because everyone else is not doing it. So it's harder when everyone's not doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure. And luckily, I was kind of young enough where we weren't really feeling those pressures yet of like, you know, what everybody else was doing. Obviously, until you get into middle school and like you have to dress out for gym and like you're wearing a skirt, you know. So then people like kind of start to notice, and then you start to notice, oh, like this is different.
Like I'm the only one standing out out of everybody. Yeah.
And so then when it came to like stopping like sports and stuff like that, it was literally like a crossroads moment. Like I remember we had Vacation Bible School the night that we had like our last game. It was like the tournament. Like we had our last game.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at my dad's house and I went into his room and I was literally like in tears, and I was like, you know, I'm not going to my game. Like, you know, we have this at church, and he was really upset, like mad, I think, because he thought that like my mom was forcing us to, you know.
If you don't mind me asking, Steven or your
my
dad?
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, he was pretty angry at that, but nonetheless, I went to Vacation Bible School at night, whatever, and it was all good. And I think at this point I'd already had the Holy Ghost and everything, but still, you're young and you're working through convictions and
it's a continual progress. It's not just like.
So you know, obviously throughout middle school and high school, it's always hard being, you know, the only one in your school really that
high school especially, bro.
is apostolic. Yeah, and obviously you go
tough up in there, bro.
Yeah, and obviously you go through pressures and things like that, but thank God I'm here today and you know, didn't give in to most of those pressures, and yeah, that's about
Praise God.
it in a nutshell.
Sounds good. All right, what about you, Kat?
I mean, mine isn't that detailed.
Okay.
I mean,
She
we
just
grew
here.
up. I grew up, I guess, in like a UPC, like a Spanish UPC in Florida. I was born and raised in Florida.
What
We
part
moved
of
up
Florida?
here, Coral Springs. So like, it's like, I don't know how far it is
Is it
from
near
the
Orlando
coast.
or?
No, it's I think a few hours from Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like towards the bottom.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
Down
No,
there,
that's
yeah.
good.
We moved up here, I think, when I was like 8 or 9, and then we went to one church for a little while, and that church kind of split, and we were kind of looking for a place to go, and then my brother-in-law actually found Los Pentecostales on online. He typed in Spanish Pentecostal church, and that was the first one that came up in
I didn't
Google.
know we had a website.
I guess
We didn't.
Yeah.
So he found World of Pentecost.
Oh, okay.
And then he was looking through it and stuff like that, which it was, what was it?
United Pentecostal.
United Pentecostal Church.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Fellowship,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
something
right.
like that.
Wait, what year was it? Do you remember?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
My memory is so bad. I can't tell you that kind of stuff. But yeah, we found the church. My brother-in-law was looking through the website. He found that there was a Spanish church. We went to the first Spanish service, and then we've been there ever since. I mean, yeah, there was struggles and stuff like that growing up. Same with Taylor. It did take me a while to switch over to wearing only skirts.
Yeah.
Just because, like she said, like everyone else around me would constantly question, why are you wearing that? Why are you wearing that? Actually, people would always ask me if I was Amish. And I was like, no, I'm not Amish. But,
Did
sorry.
you wear like a little cap or something?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I
She
just
was at a yarmulke.
like you only show your eyes.
No, yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know. Never mind. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it was I feel like my testimony is pretty basic.
Well, that doesn't. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry,
growing up in
can't.
church, I believe is the best
Yeah.
testimony anybody can have.
Right. I mean, there was, like I said, struggles and stuff like that, especially
course.
once I got older.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Pretty
But
basic.
and now I know both of y'all sing at church now, and
Yeah.
y'all are amazing singers. Literally,
Catherine is the choir director.
choir director.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah.
And so.
And then
that's
for
been-
for y'all to know, so Taylor goes to World Pentecost, and then Kat goes to Mundo Pentecostal, which is the same thing. We're one church, but English and Spanish church and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
and then if y'all don't mind, how old are you?
I'm
Just say-
24.
24.
28.
28. Yeah.
Nice.
And what is y'all's
What's y'all
status?
status?
Yeah.
What is y'all status? Yes.
I'm
Like-
single. 24. I've been single for about 24 of those years.
About 24.
Yeah, I'm single as well. I mean, I've had like 2 boyfriends.
Okay,
But-
nice.
Mm-hmm.
And when,
18.
like nowadays, when you mean like people say single,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess nowadays that entails like not talking to anyone,
Right. Oh yeah.
right? Or
Because
is-
Yeah.
what's that?
I've heard of people saying like, I'm single, but I'm talking to someone.
Right.
Right.
Does that make you single or not? What
I
y'all
usually
think?
like if someone would ask me like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? Like,
Mhm.
if someone would ask me that, not that it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably mention I don't, but I am getting to know somebody.
Mhm.
That's just my way of. I
I
won't be like I'm single.
Right.
Like I feel like there's a difference. Like being single to me
That's like-
is like you're not interested in someone
Mhm.
and you're
Yeah.
not getting to know someone. That may
Okay.
not make sense to you, but just
No, it makes
Like-
Like
perfect
saying
sense. It makes
working on
perfect sense.
myself type thing.
yeah.
And-
like,
and not just that, but like,
interested.
but you're open to, I guess, whoever.
wants to talk.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
if
I
you're
guess
single,
you're
you're always open. To
Yeah,
it.
you're open
Yeah.
to. And,
That's
um,
right.
I was
What do
gonna.
what do you think about that, Taylor?
I don't know. I mean, I definitely agree to a certain extent. I think it depends on like what stage you are in the talking stage.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, what's the talking stage? But it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's either you're either dating or not. But I mean, they're
Okay.
obviously you have to get to know that person
Yeah.
before you
Yes.
like decide to talk to them.
Yeah.
I just think that like if you are talking to someone, you should always keep your options open. Not that like
That's what I was
you
getting ready to
should-
ask.
Yeah.
not that you should like just go around and talk to everyone. You're like, well, I'm single, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because if it doesn't work out, like you don't want to be like so committed to that one person that you didn't like you like
Right.
closed off.
So,
every single-
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
so you think like, so you're talking to somebody and both of you, let's say y'all like each other, you know, y'all want to get to know each other, but at the same time y'all don't want to, like, just in case it doesn't work out, like, is it okay to still talk to somebody else, or like, you know, just to be friends with somebody else, you know? And
I don't know. I think it
What do
depends.
you-
Like, I think you have to make your, and we've talked about this before. You definitely
Yeah.
have to like
Yeah.
keep your intention, make your intentions
Mhm.
clear. Like,
Clear.
you
Yeah.
know, if neither one of you has said like, you know, I'm here, we're talking to like eventually date, like you know, eventually get married, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like
it's worth it.
Mhm.
I don't really
Yeah.
feel like that's a commitment. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, which is why I kind of feel like the talking stage is just like kind of weird.
What if one is like shy to say that? Like, what do y'all think if like I think like should y'all ask the person like, okay, what do you miss for, and what if they're like I guess I'm not
I
trying
think
to
it
put
just
this.
depends on how long the talking stage is going for. Because like if you just meet this person within a week and it's a complete stranger you met at a conference and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you can't ask them within that week.
That's true.
Why
you know what I
not?
mean?
That's
Why
true.
So
not?
the talking
Why not?
stage.
This dude.
People
People start dating somebody you know for a week.
No, it depends on how long the talking stage is. Like
Mhm.
1 or 2 weeks. I think after
Well, how
2
long
to
is too
3
long?
weeks.
Because there's a certain point where it's like.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
within 2 to 3 weeks you should already know if you're interested in them.
Okay.
If you are,
That's pretty
and
quick,
then
though,
later
man.
on, really, is that quick?
Some people go for like 6 months.
Ah,
Oh, 6 months is too
Yeah.
long.
yeah, to
Really?
get
So it's
just
like-
talking.
I was gonna say 1 month.
So
Yeah.
does
1 month seems like a good.
I would say
Like,
if, like, if
And-
you guys are talking like every day on
Yeah.
the phone,
Yes. Yes.
like you know
That's
whatever
different.
for like 6 months.
Mhm.
That you're together, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Just never
you're
made it
together.
known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
like I think that's talking on the phone, like not just texting, but you know talking, kind of
Yeah.
getting
like
you know
every night.
literally
Yeah.
that,
'Cause
like
you're
not
taking
for a couple
time
minutes
out of
right.
your life
Yeah.
that you could be doing something else, but
Right.
instead you're
Yeah.
spending time
Respect them.
either just sending them a quick text message. I think that's also another thing. If you're busy, let them know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, I'm
Communication.
busy.
BRB.
I'm gonna be busy
Yeah.
today. I'm gonna text you
Yeah.
later tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or hey, I'm sorry I didn't text you this morning. I'm busy. I'll text you as soon as I can. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Stuff
Yeah.
like that. That
Communication's
matters.
key.
Yeah.
Not only just to a girl, but to a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna leave you hanging, and then at the end of the week, they're like, "Hey, I was
Is-
busy, and you're like, I'm so sorry.
Isn't
I
that
thought you were
isn't that words of affirmation in a way?
I mean, I think everybody just like needs like that clear communication. Because
Yeah.
then, like, you don't want to leave any room for assumption or speculation. Be like, oh, like, does he like me? Does he not like me? Like,
Yeah.
is he talking to other people? You know, like, you just don't want to
And
leave like your mind to like wander.
Yeah.
because
That is
God
true.
is not the author of confusion.
Yeah.
My
Right.
goodness.
But like, as the man, like, I think that women expect, and this is just my opinion, so y'all might not agree,
Okay.
but I think women expect you guys to make your intentions clear from the
Yeah.
jump. Like,
Absolutely.
That's really
Absolutely.
important.
I've heard of guys saying, "I'm gonna just wait for her to show up." Well, then
Yeah.
good luck with that, bro.
That's not how it works.
I mean, because
y'all think
what's
the
it saying?
guy-
He
the
who
guy
find
has
it.
to-
That
has
is
to
the
Yeah.
pursuit.
It's in,
What's
it's,
that?
in, it's in scripture, bro. He who
That's
find it,
scripture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
find something by
Find it.
looking for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I absolutely think that guys should make the move. Bro.
Yeah.
Guys should
For sure.
pursue.
I know there's like there was something going around on social media. It's like, why can't the girl just walk up to the guy? Like, that's not how it's clearly.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
not
But
how it was.
I get their point, but it should be because like I guess the fear of rejection,
I understand. that,
which
yeah.
is like
Yes.
which is like the biggest, I guess, the first thing that comes into guys. They're like, hey, go to that girl. No, she's gonna say no. That's the first
Yeah,
thing we
that-
think
that
of.
is-
Yeah, and that's the
rejection.
worst thing that can happen is
Right,
no. So
right.
I understand the rejection how it feels to
Mhm.
someone, but if all they're gonna say is no, I'm not interested,
It's not a
what's
big
the
deal.
problem
Exactly,
with it?
like,
At
and
least you
you-
tried.
And you never spoke to them, so like
Yeah.
you don't know them, so like
Yeah.
how bad could it hurt? Like, yeah, at the moment you're like, oh dang, but then you get back and laugh.
Because you
about
might
it.
be like, oh, that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But that was
But at the
it.
very least, you planted a seed, because
Yeah.
she might not want it,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
at that
They might not
moment,
be
but then
ready,
she might
yeah.
see you again and be like, oh, you know what, this guy was bold enough to come up to
Exactly.
me.
And for both ways,
That
I
means
never
a
looked at it
lot.
that way.
Yeah.
and for both ways, like the guy who did that, yeah, he might have got embarrassed a little bit, but I feel like in a way
Those are
that
big
that would
words, right?
that would kind
Yeah.
of boost his confidence up.
Yeah.
I feel like in a way, and so I think it would work out both ways. Like
Yeah.
a girl would be like, okay, maybe he's a good guy, and then the guy's like, okay, I'm confident to do that, I know, so
Yeah.
let me go see if someone I can actually pursue and
Right.
try again.
Right.
And
Because as a guy, I think it gets easier once you put yourself out
just keep
there.
shooting, bro. One of them's gonna go in there.
One, you gotta keep
Yeah.
doing it. You gotta keep doing it.
A lot of the
Yeah.
pastors too, like they get on to y'all, to the guys
Mhm.
especially. They're like,
Yeah.
just go up to them. It's like,
Just go.
I mean,
Don't
you
ask
don't
for
want
her social media either. Ask for her phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, social
Can
media
you
is a
disagree?
good way to connect with people, but if it's someone that you're interested in, asking
Yeah.
for a number is a personal thing.
It's more
not,
personal.
Not you're gonna be
Yeah.
like personal, like too much. But
Right.
Right.
back then, like we didn't really care about social media like
You see
that.
it, yeah.
So now
I remember
everyone's like,
so-
follow me on
yeah.
Instagram first. Like, no.
Well, it starts
Yeah.
off with the following, then likes, and then
Yeah.
now it's liking your story.
So, that's what I was gonna answer that. So do y'all prefer like a guy to come up to y'all, or do y'all like for them
DM.
to listen? Yeah, DM just slide everyone to one of your stories. Like what is your opinion of that?
I guess it would depend on
Like, I mean, location too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm gonna see them at a conference and they know I'm going, come up to me.
Yeah.
Like we said, like the worst thing I would say is no, thank
No.
you,
Yeah.
or maybe
Ew
I'll give
or
them
something
I'll
like that.
just
Oh,
to be
God,
a
that
friend.
was bad.
But-
What?
Ew, you're
What'd you say?
ugly.
Imagine that.
Like,
You?
Ew. Who do you think you are?
God, no, dude.
That's so mean.
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
I
that
can't.
would have happened, bro.
Or look back and say, guys, look, he came up to
Put
you.
your head-
Oh, no. That's,
No, that's
Oh,
mean.
hey,
You're
bro.
ugly.
I think I know y'all are joking, but there are people who actually do that. And to a girl, like
Tough.
I guess to me, that would make me look to other people around me even like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
Gersh.
oh my goodness, oh my goodness, like she's rude, or even if I was just like saying no,
Yeah.
I don't know, I would feel bad. I'd be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Some people are like, ew, now. Ugh.
But going back to your question,
Yeah.
I think obviously in the age of social media, it just happens that way sometimes. Like
Yeah,
I know of a lot of
yeah,
people who
yeah.
are in relationships right now, and it started in the DM.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it just depends.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens that
It's
way.
just the way it is now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if I'm at a conference and you see me
approach.
Don't follow me on Instagram and then DM me. Like, that's just
Yeah,
like,
you
okay.
see me,
I was
see
gonna
you.
go up
Like,
to you.
you saw me, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I thought I saw you there.
I think I
Are
saw
you
you.
what?
Was
Oh
that
my
you?
God.
Oh, I should have gone up to you. Yeah.
Okay.
But
No.
I think what's the so, I mean, I feel like it's like, I guess for a guy, it's like more secure, I guess, to like DM and if they're interested a bit, you know, they keep the conversation going, and then they'll be like, okay, you know, we'll meet.
Or, well, yeah, but like another way you can go about it is like if you see them, be like, oh, I think I follow you on Instagram,
That's true.
and then just I don't know, you can mention, oh, I
Say
saw
their
you went
username.
here or whatever. Oh,
Say
yeah,
your
let's
username.
do that.
are you
Underscore dog.
I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like that would be a funny
Either
way,
way.
like, kind of, you know, meet somebody.
I just
Yeah,
think
fine.
like women appreciate boldness.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
like sometimes people can be too bold. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
God told me you were gonna be my wife.
Yeah. No, red
Can you
flag.
imagine?
Red flag.
If
But
you don't marry me right now,
Or I made eye contact with you when you were singing on the stage.
You're the
Oh.
one.
I closed my eyes and I said, God, the first one that looks at me.
Stop. Everyone's like, close their eyes.
Oh,
Goodness.
no, but I mean, there's ways to be bold without being like overbearing and like too much. But I think at the end of the day, we appreciate that because that's gonna stick out in my mind. Like,
Yeah.
later,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like
Oh,
he.
that's that one guy that walked up to
He
me.
came
Oh,
up
this
to
is that
me.
one guy that somebody.
He seems like a
how
good
many girls
person.
are interviewing,
And
you know?
maybe in time, like, y'all just see each other and be like, oh,
What's up?
what's up? You know?
Yeah.
What's up? Just
It's
love
like
each other.
drop
Remember I came up to you and you rejected me? Like,
I said I was ugly.
you told your friends I was.
What if she's like, yeah, but now I want to talk to you.
Oh,
Now you
yeah,
gotta
there you
go.
go. Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah, what would y'all do? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What would y'all do if like you came up to a girl and she rejected you, but then later on like she
Ooh,
like
that's a good
approached
question.
you and
Yeah.
was like, well,
But
But, like,
it
you-
depends.
Like, you
Honestly-
remember it. It's going to be stuck in your head.
Yeah,
I
it's
already know
gonna
it.
Oh, no.
It's gonna depend.
I guess, yeah, it depends. It depends, like, I don't know.
Cause if it's like
Dang.
like if you're still single, like why not?
I'd consider it.
Because
I mean, it's
Yeah.
something you
We
have
thought
to
about
move
it at one
on.
point.
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
consider
yeah,
I-
you have to consider it.
It
yeah,
depends.
yeah.
Like, if I was broke and she said no, now that I'm rich, it's like,
Okay, yeah, for money, okay,
Yeah.
you only
Like-
after my money.
No, yeah. But if
Or-
it's for looks, I think that's something else.
Or
Oh, God.
what position you get.
Mm.
And then they're like, oh, okay, now I'm a
yeah.
Oh, he's a cadet. I don't want him.
Yeah.
But
But then-
Oh, now he's a pastor?
Oh.
Or
Oh,
preacher,
guys,
not
that's, I
that.
think
Yeah,
that's
pastor's
one
No, I'm
thing that
kidding.
guys don't
I'm
like
kidding.
at
That's a
all.
little bit much.
That-
Or
yeah.
singer, musicians, like, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you, I mean, us guys, I feel like I feel like I've seen a lot of, like, girls just want to go after a preacher or a minister or an evangelist. And
Well, that's
Yeah.
not wrong. I don't think that's wrong.
It's not
I mean,
wrong.
yeah.
But it's also not fair, maybe in some ways to other people.
Yeah.
Then are you in love with the person or their position?
Mm.
And it's like, I mean, for real, bro.
Yeah,
like
good. We said that right.
I mean, straight up, like you're only a preacher behind the pulpit, but outside
Yeah.
of that, you're not on the pulpit 24/7. You know, you're
Still
your own
human,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, you know, what else do you like about them? Like
Yeah.
other than that,
it's also a huge burden to carry. Like
it
with your,
is.
you know, because you
I
want
bet.
somebody who aligns with your ministry, and that's a
Mhm.
huge burden. I don't even know if I want that. So.
I've heard of people who chase pulpits now, like because. Like, oh, if girls want that, then I'm gonna go after that.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's
It's
like,
not, a good,
ugh.
it's not a good reason.
No,
But
no.
at the same time, I don't relate it because then, like, what if in the future, you know, that certain guy becomes a minister or a preacher, and then, you know, I guess some girls don't consider that. I guess they just want them, you know, now, you know, right now, and it's like, you know, maybe if you don't just look at that, maybe find somebody, you know, maybe he could be the one to become that person that you want.
Didn't like when Pastor and Sister Gertie, when they were dating, he didn't have the call to preach yet, did he?
I don't know.
I
mean,
He did. Okay, I must be wrong, but I thought it was something like that. I'm sorry, I must be thinking about somebody else.
But I mean, either way, I think there's certain like characteristics that even if you're not in a high position, I think that women can look at as well that are like maybe attractive or something like that.
Yeah.
So why are you doing like that?
My bad.
Why are you doing like that?
I'm munching on a cinnamon bun. I don't know what it's called.
Alright.
Peaky.
What was I gonna ask? Okay, yeah. What are certain characteristics that you guys think make a good man? Or like to be husband?
Yeah.
What are some things that you guys?
Okay. I mean, obviously, besides the bare minimum, which is
Bill.
like, you know, he's a man of
Pay the
God.
bills.
Yeah,
I
he
mean-
loves God. Like, bro, we
Yeah, I
already
mean,
know
those
those
are
are
obvious
obviously
things.
like
Yeah.
he loves God. He has a
Yeah.
good, you know, walk with God, whatever.
Yeah.
Good relationship with his pastor. I think the biggest one that I've always said is just like somebody who's hardworking. Like not even somebody who like has a lot of money, because at the end of the day he can lose his job tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if he's a hard worker, you know that you're secure. I think that's what women ultimately want, is security.
Yeah,
Security.
100%.
So-
Boldness, secure.
So it's like I know
Right
if
down,
you
right
leave
down.
good job, you lose your job tomorrow, we're gonna be fine. Because I
Mhm.
know that you're gonna go out and start mowing lawns. Or you're gonna do whatever
Yes.
Yeah.
just to make sure that we
Yeah.
have food on the table. for,
A man with different crafts.
yeah.
Because, like, say you're only good at that one job. You're like, man, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, that was all I had. I guess we're gonna have to hire somebody to fix this or do that. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm
no,
doing myself.
that's yeah, exactly.
You gotta be a
Yeah.
man.
Like,
do it.
learn
Yeah.
and
Let me
do
give you
that
an oil
stuff.
change.
Mhm.
Let me rotate your tires.
I mean,
That-
for real, straight
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
That's good though. Like
Yeah.
just to do it without even asking them.
yeah,
Clean
And-
the car.
yeah.
Like little
Maintain the
things.
car,
I
maintain
think
Literally.
outside, cut
that's
the yard.
another thing. Like the smallest things in a
Mm.
relationship.
It means
Relationship.
It means a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
Like even just giving them a little flower you found outside. Like just the
Mhm.
thought of
Just,
picking a flower. Or
Yeah.
just the thought
like,
of,
hey, I thought this because of you.
yeah,
you know,
like
it's-
even like in the dating stage, it's I think would be something for the guy. What if you want to go to your girlfriend's house to pick up her car and go clean it for her? Like that, even in the dating stage, that shows that you're willing to do that when you're dating.
It's too
Take
much
care
effort right there.
Stop.
I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah.
You take care of
All the
her
way to
before
her
you're
house.
married to her,
Yeah.
and when you're married to
You
her.
got gas money?
And then
Is
be
your
like,
car filled up?
and then she's like, "Oh, fill my potato." I was gonna clean it, but right.
I'll fill it instead.
No, we're just But no, yeah, that's a good example of doing that.
Yeah.
That and being wise with your money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I've
That's been something
seen
I've been trying.
I
I've
ain't
seen
gonna lie, yeah,
financial
that's a lot,
instability
yeah.
a lot in different family members, and I've always said I will
Oh, you
never.
did it.
I was like, surely get the thing on the table. I've always said that I never want to be in a position where I'm desolate and have no money. And,
Right.
You know, so my husband definitely has to be
Mhm.
good with his money, because that's a huge red flag to me.
Yeah, and as a man, like the man is the provider.
Oh, yeah.
And the protector.
It says it in the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like the man has to have, stable, and yeah, if he's spending on his gets his truck lifted or
Yeah,
all that
like,
sort of stuff, like
Wants,
that's
their wants.
that's
not
the
their needs.
wants. That's
Yeah.
not the needs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
if
that-
he has extra money for that too, go ahead.
That's what I was
Spoil
going with.
yourself,
That's
but
what I was going
First
with.
take care of like the important.
Yeah, but if you
Like,
don't
take-
need it,
buy
and
me a purse.
Buy me
yeah.
a purse instead. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not like that. I'm not about material, really, honestly.
But like if you got the needs, and I guess if you got a little bit left, whatever, I
Might
guess
as well,
enjoy it
yeah.
too, because
Yeah.
obviously the point is enjoy
Enjoy
life
life.
as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess with that being said, like, yeah, you can spend this on a car, or you could take your wife on vacation, stuff like that.
You can
And
do stuff together. As
together,
Instead
yeah,
of
Go
buying
on
all
trips
this
Yeah.
stuff
and
for
stuff,
yourself.
exactly, yeah.
But on that note, what do y'all think if the woman in the relationship makes more money than the guy or the man?
That's-
Like, are y'all okay with that?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
Cause
okay
what
with
if
that.
y'all get hey, this position just opened up and you would be perfect for it, and it's you get a raise, and that raise happens to be a little bit more than your husband. How is?
Yeah,
I
what-
mean,
what do y'all think
does that
about
really matter? You think?
To me, no.
I see it as a blessing.
To me,
Yeah.
no. My mom has
I'll stay home
always
and cook.
been.
All right.
No,
No,
I'm
going
not
to.
I'm not doing that. No.
Too far. To me, it doesn't matter. My mom I've kind of learned my work ethic from her. She's always been a hustler because, you know, she had my sister when she was young, and she's always had to provide. And so, I don't really see anything wrong with it as long as your husband is contributing and he's like going back to, you know, he's a hard worker, so it doesn't really matter, you know.
Because I feel like there's different ways to make you safe and stuff like that. It's not all just about money.
Right.
But
and that shows that a man is. Personally, I think if a man is insecure about his wife making more money than him, that's just kind of like.
Okay, yeah, that's not being a man. That's being.
You know.
and kind of being jealous.
Cause it's like
at a
why?
point. Yeah. Like just because I don't know if I guess I never heard of men doing that, but like I feel like it's a real thing. Like they'll be like, wait, how are you making more than I am? Like, I see that as a blessing.
Because what if it's like, I mean, what if it's God's will? Because I know we're all like, oh yeah, we want like our husband to make more, like to have a really good stable job and be good with his money. But what if I go to college and I get like really good degrees and stuff like that, and I go to school for what I'm getting paid really good for, and I mean he's like a construction worker or something like that, and like what if I'm getting paid so much more than him, and it's only because I was able to get to that point in my life, and I was able to study and get those degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean he's trying.
What you think, David? What you think?
The best he can. No.
Wow. I just think it's just in nature. It's, I mean, in the Bible, a man has to provide. Like,
right.
That's how a man is not supposed. He provides because that has security for a woman, and so and then paying the bills is part of that security. So, and then making more, I think is just like, I don't know. I just, in my opinion, I think should be further. Like
you feel like you're not the one providing.
Exactly. Like,
okay.
I would feel uncomfortable in that situation because I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I gotta.
You're not doing enough.
I'm not doing my job. Like, I get it.
I don't know if y'all remember Brother Chapman.
Yeah.
He preached. I mean, not preached, but he teached at Move.
I do remember him. I do remember.
He said. Yeah. He was like. He said. I think his wife works too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But he says that's your money. I pay the bills. I cover everything because that's my job.
Exactly. Yeah.
He said the money you make can be for yourself and for the kids.
That's how. Yeah.
But that doesn't go to the house. That doesn't go to the bills. I got that. And I was like, dude,
that's good.
I was like, I like that. And I was like, bro, that's how it should be. And so like that's
what kind of what I'm saying. Like that's why I disagree with that because it should be the man's job, like to provide because like it just. I don't know.
But what if you're doing all that? You're providing, you're paying the bills, you're buying groceries, your kids, are fed, have clothes.
Okay.
But she just also happens to make
more money.
Yeah.
Like you're doing another way to make more money. Like there's always another way to make.
But what if that's she's just making money so you can go on vacations? That's going to the savings account. Like you're the one providing still. She's just also making a lot of money on top of that.
I still don't. No. Yeah.
So it's about the dollar amount for you. It's not because I'm still secure because you're still providing.
Right.
And I'm still secure knowing that you're hardworking.
I guess now that I think about it, what it comes from now that I think about it is
it's not gonna bring you down any.
It's more so like also about the kids, because then if she's making more money, then who's raising the kids? And in terms of like, I think it should be like where past a certain stage. And this might be controversial here, but like, I think, okay, once you make plans to have kids as a man, I think as a woman now it's her role to focus on the kids, and then the man provides, and so the woman no longer has to worry about working a job, making money, because now her main focus is raising those kids up to be good people in the next generation. That's how I feel it. And so if she's making more money than me, and in some ways that means that she's working more, or maybe she's not focusing on the kids now.
Okay.
And the kids are the priority. So I guess when you're single, when you're both single, and when you're married but have no kids, I think maybe that's okay. Where your wife makes more money than you. But then when you have kids,
Once the kids come,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a whole different
make
ballgame
that your
after
priority.
that. I think it's kind of changes at
I
that.
understand that 100%. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
that's
get
it's
that.
biblical.
Yeah.
I just, it just gets hard, like,
Yeah.
especially nowadays, like, so expensive to live. Like,
It is. That's true.
It almost
Yeah,
it takes
yeah.
two
It's going
incomes,
up.
unless
It's
your
going
husband
up.
makes a lot of money, it takes two incomes.
That's
and,
true.
You
That's
know,
true. Yeah.
my mom's always worked, so I don't really know what it's like to have a stay-at-home mom,
Okay.
whatever.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but I can understand. Like, I've heard people say the reason that I am where I am today is because my mom was at home. I couldn't go anywhere else. Like
Yeah.
after school, I couldn't sneak out because my mom was home.
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
kept them out of trouble.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that was a huge blessing for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just to my point, like
Yeah.
Okay.
it's hard nowadays. I think
It is.
for
I
to
can
have
agree
a
with that.
single income
Yeah.
household. It's possible,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that if your wife has that option, that's awesome.
Okay.
But sometimes it just doesn't work like that. But
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
I've heard like in this way somebody said, I was listening to a podcast. Actually, what's his name?
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Yeah. He was like, cause I'm trying to like get more into like financial, be smart with money stuff like that, and he does a good job on explaining a bunch of investing and stuff like that. But anyways, he something that he said was like, whenever you get married, both your incomes become one.
mm-hmm.
No
I've
matter.
heard of that.
I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah, both your incomes come one.
I've heard of like you having get the same bank account.
Yeah.
I've heard that, and putting it on one account,
Yeah.
and everything just goes there, just savings.
Yeah, everything. So like, bills get paid with both of y'all's money, and then after that, 15% savings, and then after that, well, vacation. I don't know, do whatever you want, and then I don't know. That's whenever he said, I was like, I feel like that's like the smartest way to. For me, it is the smartest way.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It is.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
But
But
once
when-
you get
when-
married, y'all
but-
become one.
Yeah, but when kids come about, I want you to stay.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah,
I want you to stay.
I would want my wife to stay.
And I'm covering everything from the
Yeah.
get go though.
Yeah.
I don't think we should. That's just me. That's just Joey speaking. But I don't think both of us should pay the bills. No, I'm gonna pay the bills.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
keep that money to yourself. And if you want to get something for
Yeah.
both of us, that's up to you. But as far as the bills go and everything,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I already put that on. I have to do it.
Right.
So, another question. What is the first thing y'all look into a man? My father's saying it looks good.
He's begging. No, I'm
Who's
begging.
that?
His moolah.
So
Cha-ching.
like one of the guys come up to y'all.
Like looks or
Yeah,
what?
looks. So
Oh,
like,
for
let's say,
real?
like-
You going in looks, bro?
No. Look. So like
6
let's-
foot.
Like, okay, no, that's different. I'm talking
Oh,
about, like,
I see
taking
what you
care of, so,
mean.
like,
I see what
okay,
you
yeah.
mean. Good
face
hygiene.
wash, Yeah, good hygiene.
Good hygiene.
Breath smell good.
I mean, yeah,
Nice
of
haircut,
course,
Ears clean
100%.
or
Nice hair's good.
Clean.
so like what?
Ears clean.
Really? Is that?
No.
What do y'all look into? A guy like detailed. No.
Is hair one of like the main?
Oh yeah, I
Right.
want his hair to be done at all times.
Right, 'cause,
not at
like-
all times,
All
just
times.
like I don't
Say
want
some
him
dude with a
walking
nappy
around.
head. Walked up to
Obviously
you.
no, but
Right.
like I know I've seen like people like I'll see them like at work or like wherever and like they have their hair done and stuff like that, and then when you see them at the supermarket the next day, like late at night, I'm like
Yeah. and like
they
I,
look like a whole different person.
I feel like that says a lot about you.
Yeah,
Like
I want you when we go out. I want you to look presentable. I
Yeah.
understand you're tired. You had a long day at
You
work.
wanna be
and
comfortable
You want to
and
be
all,
comfortable,
yeah.
but you can do that when we get home.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
out in public,
Yeah.
it's like I feel like it says a lot about you. Like if you don't care how you look, you don't care, I guess, how your car looks or how it just goes just little by little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some
And-
people though who can be like
Like-
cool. Like they look.
They
cool,
dress nice?
Messy.
So what if?
like
Oh,
it's
okay,
like they
yeah.
can fit it.
Right,
Not that,
gotcha.
not like completely messed up and stuff like that. They can be casual, really dressed down,
Yeah.
but like their hair is done. You're like, oh, he tried,
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I don't
Okay.
know.
Like
So
for-
effort in personal hygiene. Some
Yeah.
effort in personal
Yeah.
hygiene. Okay.
personal hygiene is a big one for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's for everybody.
I
honestly.
yeah, and I guess I've always been like that too. Though, like I'm constantly like just I'm worried about, bro. I'm always
Yeah,
messing with my hair. I'm always like making sure I got no boogies or something, and just
They'll be like, "Hey, bro, do that, bro."
I do the little like. Dude, my car has deodorant, cologne, gum, chapstick.
Oh snap!
Bro, I'm stacked, bro.
good.
I ain't gonna miss, bro. I ain't gonna miss.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
You
Yeah,
gotta-
that's a big thing for me because if I look into a girl, her face has to be well taken care of.
This dude.
Instead of, I mean, what? I mean, for me, it's a big thing, personally, because if you take care of yourself, that means you're gonna be taking care of yourself in other aspects of life.
Like
It goes from one thing to another. Yeah.
Can't be too much, because then that could be vain.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Too much is
Yeah, too much. Yeah.
Because then it becomes their only focus.
Yeah.
How I look.
True.
Yeah.
Man, some girls I see constantly looking. They got like little pocket mirrors. I got one too, but they just be looking in them all the time.
Yes,
It's
bruh.
like-
It's in church. You know it's in church because you see the light on the
Yeah.
roof.
Watch out.
On the roof.
Literally.
Who am I?
Ceiling.
Who am I?
Yeah, we all know them. Yeah, and if a guy's like that too, that's like.
That's a little
bit zesty, bro. That's a little bit zesty. What y'all doing if y'all see a guy pull out a mirror and look
That's
at
a little
his
fruity
girl?
right here, man.
The only time I'll probably do that is if I feel like there's something in my nose. And
That's
okay,
different.
I got something.
Well, that's
Yeah.
different.
Well, we're not gonna pull out like
Or
a whole
something in my
mirror.
teeth.
But
You gotta bring
y'all,
your phone and
yeah.
just look at it.
So, if you're talking to a girl,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and you're
Yeah.
talking to her in person,
Right.
and you see something in her nose or in her teeth or like an eye
Oh,
booger,
laugh
would you say something? You
Yes.
wouldn't say something?
Yes.
I would say something.
And I would say like respectfully. I would say like I'm not trying to embarrass you, but like you have something right here, and like that kind of helps them from not looking around like that all day.
But don't say it like loud either, though.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
of course
just
not.
I'm not gonna scream.
Be like,
So
hey,
you know you have.
That would
I
be
don't-
kind of hard because
like,
at the
FYI,
same time I feel like I don't
What
want
you
to
mean,
embarrass
hard?
you or like.
No, but it's
No,
more
it's not
embarrassing.
It's what I'm
It's more embarrassing
saying.
to let me walk around
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. Like,
Okay.
say you get to your car and you're like, he didn't even tell me like I had
Yeah,
something.
like that's embarrassing.
It's
I was
obvious.
talking to him this whole time
Yeah.
with a
Yeah,
big piece of lettuce
Yes.
covering my whole,
I
my
feel like,
grill.
and I feel like you respectfully telling her like, hey, I don't want to embarrass you, but like
Yeah.
you have something there.
It's common courtesy.
That'll let her know like,
Yeah.
oh wow, like he looked out and
Right.
then like he didn't say it in front of people.
Make
Yeah, that was
decision.
embarrassing.
No one knew,
But
yeah.
he
Yeah.
said something.
Yeah, and he didn't go around telling people
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
Because I would say the same. If you got
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
going
please
on,
do.
I'd be
Yeah,
like,
just let us know.
yeah, I feel like
subtly, you know,
yeah.
you got
Hey,
something.
you-
I'll pull it to her side, be like, hey, come here.
I would say thank you when people do
Yeah,
that.
appreciate it.
Come here real quick. You guys do something.
You gonna pick her nose for her?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm messing her up, but I'm talking about like.
Oh, that's too far, man.
Would do that, bro.
Oh,
That one you,
man.
Johnny.
Imagine.
Well,
Yeah,
guys,
that's
Well,
I think that brings it to a conclusion, guys.
It is, yeah.
Did we even?
close.
I think we learned a lot. I think we learned a lot.
I mean, we have these conversations.
This
all
was
the
kind of a
time,
free for all.
so-
Yeah.
We did have some questions, but due to timing, we did not get to do it because I know for a fact these questions here would lead to another hour, and
Yeah.
I don't think we got another hour.
No.
But,
Yeah.
but who knows? We might be on the
We
next
can-
one,
Try again season 2.
season 2.
Season 2?
Season
Never
two.
Season 2, we might be dating somebody.
Yeah. New
Who's
perspective.
we?
Yeah. Everybody
I'm
here
just
might.
saying, I mean, like, in general.
Johnny, you got something to say, bro?
Oh,
Bro, I'm
hey,
saying,
walk
like,
by
Johnny.
Walk
What
by
are you
Johnny.
talking about?
He claimed it, bro.
Johnny's giving hints out,
Claim it,
bro.
Bro, I'm just saying, like,
Bro,
I
David-
have hope.
Prophesizing
For
right
all
now.
artists.
David already knows.
Prophesizing.
David already knows who we all gonna be with, right?
Nah,
David?
nah,
That's
nah,
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
I
Yeah.
just have hope for all of us, you know.
Yeah, I think we learned about a little bit about each other's Taylor's life, a little bit about Catherine's life, and a little bit about what they think about when it comes to relationships and life and marriage. And I think we all learned something here, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So okay, that ends it. Check us out and next episode.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning
We
in.
love y'all.
We'll be back. This is gonna be part of a series, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we hope to get
Why y'all laughing?
we
Why y'all
also
laughing?
we're hoping to get merch
Yeah.
soon this summer.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need we need to work on that, bro. We need to start getting on merch out.
I gotta tell y'all something about that. Not y'all, but y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna have a meeting for it soon, I guess. and then we're gonna reach out to you guys, and we'll be at Arkansas Camp meeting.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. If y'all want autograph pictures, we'll be there. We're gonna have our own booth. Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, but we appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah, free merch. No, I'm kidding. Not yet.
Okay, no, free merch.
Dave,
Yeah, that wraps it up. Then we're good.
Thank you, Kat and Taylor, for being with us.
Thank you guys
Thank you guys
for
so much.
for putting in the time for being here with us.
Yeah.
And yeah, we
Yeah,
really
good fun.
appreciate it,
That was
and
fun.
we had a good talk,
Yes.
which we always have these talks, but anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right, Dave.
Stop it. All right.
Yeah.